Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome to the show, and welcome to the X50 Invitational race. We are here in the studio right now, and in the virtual studio we also have such luminaries as John Jett. Macam kenal je nama tu?
Oh, nama ni macam jalan John Jett ni.
Gaskun pun ada, Jay Wong ada, Tengku Janle ada pada malam ni. Kita ada Aiman, Kamal Ali, Amir Haziq.
Amir Haziq.
Ya.
Yeah.
Dengan Master Seth, dan juga Javier Alvarez, dengan Abdul
Muiz.
Mukimi.
Yeah. Ini semua nama-nama yang bukan calang-calang, Max.
Yeah, betul. So I'm your sometimes host, sometimes driver for this evening, Max Palmer. Kita akan ada Umar Aziz yang akan take over kita macam biasa pada hari ni. Untuk race 1 dia nak, sebab dia ni boleh kirakan pakar TCR. So saya akan, for the first session, I will be with Encik Budi.
Ya, saya akan menemani Max untuk sesi yang pertama. Itu malam ni kita akan berlumba di Okayama, Max.
Ya, kita akan berada di Okayama pada malam ni. So Okayama used to be known as TI Aida. Saya berminat nak main tapi tak ada geng. Marilah masuk.
Tak apa, kita ada geng. Ramai geng kat sini.
Yeah. So there you have it. Okayama, also known as TI Aida Circuit, when it was first built, it was built by Tanaka, the Tanaka International Company, otherwise known as TI, hence TI Aida. It's in the province of Aida, but now it's been renamed to Okayama, which is the location of the circuit.
Track ni built by Tanaka.
Yeah, Tanaka International. So track ni sebenarnya dia punya asal dia as a driving club track. So we had all the high performance supercars, XF1 cars, all those cars that the rich Japanese businessmen own. Dia ada tempat nak race for fun.
Lepak
tempat lepak lah.
Ni dia punya TT session punya tempat
untuk orang yang gila kaya.
Okay.
But after that, economy crash dekat Jepun. So around 92, dia ada plan baru, bring a second Formula 1 race to Japan.
Okay.
Dan dia berjaya juga. 1994 and 1995, this was host of the Pacific Grand Prix, both times won by Michael Schumacher in a Benetton.
This track bukan track dia pendek ke, Max?
Itulah, saya pun tadi baru je tanya driver, macam mana dia orang race kereta F1 kat sini. I mean, I've seen the video.
Yeah, but it's too small. It's literally, aku rasa dia macam panjang sikit pada Tsukuba.
Pretty much.
Yeah, right.
It's roughly, it feels like this.
You know, with this car,
yeah, it just feels a little bit longer than Batu Tiga used to be, a bit wider. Macam tu lah, lebih kurang.
Tak, untuk kereta macam ni pun dia 1 minit 33 second. I mean, like, this car is not GT3, Max.
Nope.
Well, kalau F1 mahu 1 minit.
Yeah,
1 minute 12 second. Oh my god.
I think the lap record was a 110 or a 109.
I see.
So lebih kurang just about there.
Betul. Okay, so kepada yang sedang menonton, okay, ni saya nak ingatkan kepada korang, okay, series ni hari ni adalah Invitational Race ataupun race jemputan, yang mana malam ni kita ada pelumba-pelumba yang kita jemput khas untuk perlumbaan pada malam ini. Tapi siri ini akan berlangsung selama 4 minggu dan pemenang untuk siri ini akan berpeluang memenangi merasai sendiri pengalaman menjadi test driver.
Yes, so sepang race car experience there, you will get to test the Neves 7 car that has been running in the Asian Classic Car Challenge for quite some time now. It has gone back into the workshops. It's been rebuilt, nut and bolt, right down to the bare bones there. It runs a 4AGE Toyota engine, same one used in the Levin, 5-speed gearbox, nice little limited slip rear end, every single inch a race car. But it's quite a nice, we can user-friendly race car. It's been driven by first-time drivers who are 54 years old and
54 years old.
Yep, coming into racing just for fun. And also the youngest driver the youngest driver to ever hold a Malaysian motorsports license at the time, 14 years of age.
14 years of age.
Yes, a 14-year-old girl who was actually the daughter of the owner, also drove the car. But in between those two guys, we had so many other drivers drive that car. So it's interesting to see if kita boleh ambil orang, take someone from sim racing and put them into the real world of motorsports. Serious test session with debriefs, reports.
Max, well, this car is basically kereta yang kita nak pandu untuk real life experience.
Yeah.
It is basically kereta yang kita panggil open wheel punya car.
Sort of, yeah. It's a sports car. Lebih kurang macam sports car. Front engine, rear wheel drive. Very easy to handle.
Easy to handle,
Yeah.
It looks hard to handle to me.
No, this one is much tamer than Caterham Super 7 ataupun yang 340R, 420R. That's like the professional level Caterham or 7 car kalau kita panggil. But this one is like the entry level. So nice standard engine, fairly easy to drive, but still can be quite competitive in the right hands.
Okay, jadi kita dah bercerita tentang kereta yang akan dipandu secara real life experience untuk pemenang season pada kali ini, untuk pemenang event kali ini. Jadi kita nak cerita pula kereta apa sebenarnya yang diorang tengah drive ni, Max?
Ni pun boleh dikirakan world premiere.
World premiere.
Yes. So
this is the first time that kita releasekan this car.
Yes. So this is the Proton X50 touring car, aka the quote-unquote TCR style car. This car was built to the same specifications as the Malaysian touring car. Sorry, this is built to the same specifications as the TCR championship, but it's not a full TCR car. So a couple of different changes we've made, but it's got 350 horsepower, front wheel drive. Dia tarik depan, dia bukan 4 wheel drive, dia front wheel saja. 6 speed gearbox sequential, pakai pedal shift, dan aerodynamic kit dia pun daripada inspired by TCR.
Jadi kalau kita tengok dia punya series ni, Max, sebenarnya kereta ni kalau kita ambil kasar lah. Ini adalah kereta saing-saing mungkin Seat Cupra. Oh no, ini mungkin saing Seat Leon.
Yeah, Seat Leon, Seat Cupra, Golf GTI,
betul,
yang
betul.
Full respect yang biasa kita nampak.
I really love this colour.
Ya, memang cantik.
I really love this colour. Dia punya colour tu lain sikit. Tapi Max, untuk kereta Proton X50 yang ni, horsepower untuk kereta ni kalau aku tak salah lebih kurang dalam 360 ke 380 macam tu range dia. Macam mana pula dengan dari segi capacity engine? Dia 2.0 juga
Kalau tak silap, tetapi saya kena check balik. Tetapi dalam kategori TCR, apa yang unik dia, engine dia semua dah di BOP. So, setiap size engine ada turbo pressure dia sendiri dengan RPM limit dia sendiri. So lebih kurang semua engine ada horsepower yang sama lah.
Jadi macam kita pun dah buat series TCR sebelum ni dekat untuk iRacing. Sebelum ni kita Adrenaline Impact pun ada buat series Asia Touring Car
Asia Touring Car series. Itu yang kita pakai kereta BTCC,
yes. That one is BTCC 16 kalau tak silap, dia punya series. But untuk build TCR ni kita dah banyak kali kita terangkan, tapi masih lagi kita kena bagi tahu sebab dekat Malaysia TCR bukan satu benda yang orang kata well known, Max.
Ini boleh dikirakan the professional, the top end. So World Touring Car Championship akan memakai kereta sebegini. So this is officially, of course, technically the X50 touring car.
Well, I hope it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be big,
X50,
Max.
Proton X50 touring car, tetapi boleh dikirakan yang ada unsur-unsur daripada TCR lah, inspired by TCR.
Well, aku rasa, Max, kalau dengan this kind of white body, well, TCR known dengan dia punya white body, basically dia macam, kalau kita tengok TCR punya race, dia macam rupa kereta rally cross sikit. Right.
Dia ada unsur-unsur daripada rally cross, dia ada unsur daripada WRC dengan dia punya active electronics. So dengan kereta ni, TCR dia punya traction control system, bila kita off kan pun dia bukan fully off, sebab traction control system ni pun mengawal apa yang kita panggilkan torque steer. So kalau pernah naik member punya VTEC, Honda VTEC ke apa kan, bila kita tekan kuat-kuat kan depan dia lari
mengelempar
sikit. Dia berlari sini sana kan. So
yeah.
TCR system dekat kereta ni bukan untuk kawal wheel spin, dia untuk kawalkan torque steer
lari tu. Dia punya larian. See, kau tengok kita dah bukakan untuk korang mata korang apa tu sebenarnya TCR. Jadi ini adalah kereta X50. Well, basically it's a X50 TCR lah.
Yalah.
Kita panggil dia X50 Touring Car lah.
Belum hantar dokumen pergi FIA untuk melegit lagi.
Well, we hope so.
Well,
Okay.
who knows? Maybe in the future we will see a Proton X50 Touring Car.
It's gonna be big. Because kalau kita, seperti yang kita tahu, Volvo ada Link & Co, which is Volvo bought by Geely, dan Geely pun ada tengah research untuk TCR, TCR punya car. So it makes sense kalau Proton pun ada possibilities untuk hantar, since it is the same chassis, kalau tak silap.
I mean, never say never. Kita pun tak tahu apa yang dicadangkan behind the scenes, but I mean, if the Proton X50 was to enter TCR race, that's what it's going to look like. And I think kita boleh semua cakap, this car looks mint.
Max. Ini kereta, Max, If I own an X50 and I'm going to do some things like a race day, track day punya car, this is going to be the car that is going to be the model that I'm putting on.
Yeah.
Cantik kot. Oh my god.
Memang cantik.
Good luck Tengku Jan. Kita ada X50. Kalau dah lowered racing dah macam tu, dah macam hot hatch kereta. Betul.
Ya, betul. Itu baru nak terfikir, sebab kereta ni boleh dikirakan dalam kategori crossover, tetapi actually dia punya dimension lebih kurang dalam on the bigger side of a hot hatch. The dimensions are a little bit bigger than your average hot hatch, but still within the boundaries.
Good luck Tengku Jan. Kita ada peminat Tengku Jan malam ni. Kita ada peminat Master Seth. Kita ada peminat ramai juga tadi aku tengok ada baca-baca tadi kan. Ada ramai. Doakan satu hari saya boleh join.
Harap-harap satu hari tu boleh semakin lama semakin dekat.
Betul.
So,
itu dia. Sekarang ni kita dalam qualifying session yang mana dia akan melakukan sesi kelayakan. Ini kita bersama dengan Aiman Haziq. Okey, untuk korang yang tak tahu, nama-nama yang ada racing dalam hari ini adalah nama-nama familiar yang akan bertanding untuk siri-siri digital motorsport ni.
So there you have it. We have Aiman Haziq now, first car out on track at the moment.
We have
there you go. Aiman Haziq there giving us a nice wave. Incidentally, we are in the same Discord room as all the drivers there. So any of the drivers want to say hi.
Oh, dia tak dengar ni.
Tak dengar lagi.
We mute.
We did mute. But I think they can still hear us. So Aiman Haziq there on the driver cam, giving us a nice little tour around the race track at the moment. But at the moment right now, we have Jay Wong also out there. Amir Haziq is out there as well. Tengku Jan Lei there, one of our fantastic race drivers. He's been around in touring cars and drifting. He is, of course, the Prince of Drift. But he does know his way around a front-wheel drive car as well.
Oh
yeah.
Dia bukan sahaja Prince of Drift. He literally race every type of car.
Yes. One of the most...
Except F1 lah kot.
Yeah, not F1, but I think he's probably driven a couple of single-seaters. I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't. He's driven literally every category of car. Yeah. Right now we have Mika Hakimi, who is our previous champion in the previous series. He's going for the three-peat right now, coming down towards the braking zone there. We can see there on the driver cam, hard on the brakes there on his outlap, warming the tyres up. This is going to be critical because the tyres are a little bit special for this series. They've been completely redone because the original base mod, the Geely Binyu race car, that this car is based off, we had to make a lot of changes. First of all, kita nak kena shout out semua modders kita yang
bekerja keras.
Bekerja keras untuk melaksanakan kereta ni. So we have of course Hakam yang buat visual modifications, so the front and rear end from Proton X50, making sure the car looks nice, looks like a Proton X50.
It looks like Proton X50.
And of course, like we said, this was a sprint car. This was a 5-lap car. We converted it to endurance specifications with the help of Gojira and the Gojira Speed Shop crew. So special thanks to all those guys. And of course, Budi ni bukan saja jadi komentator, tapi rupanya dia pun pandai juga main dengan livery.
Tak, sebab Dia macam ni Max tau. Benda ni kan, kita buat sekali, kita jadi kusyuk Max.
Betul.
Dia kusyuk. Tiba-tiba dah boleh 10. Saya rasa Malaysia boleh buat kereta Malaysia Racing Edition touring dekat bentuk luar biasa, janji Made in Malaysia. Well, basically we have a lot. Right?
Of course, we did that GTO race. Kita buat Saga GTO tu. This is like the next step there. Wide body X50. So this is coming into the modern age. I'm sure that there'll be more there. Of course, the name on the side of the door says Max Palmer. I'm up here on the pit wall right now. We've given the keys to Umar Aziz, a bit of a TCR expert. So dia tahu apa kereta TCR yang laju, apa yang tak laju. Dan dia dah cakap pun kereta ni 95% of the way there. So the next 5% tu kita kena cari dalam setup.
Betul. Ini kita nak bagi tahu korang, kereta ni basically official car yang dimod oleh Geely itself.
Yes.
Untuk esports series diorang.
Quite a few years dah, dalam 5 tahun dulu.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought this one is new one.
Basically not as soon as AC came out, tapi as soon as AC is moddable, they came out with that car for some promotion for one of the things. So this has been around for quite some time, and we did some research and kita dapat jumpa X50 ni based on Geely Binyu.
Ya, betul. Untuk nama dia di China adalah Geely Binyu. Geely Binyu. Nama dia macam tak best sangat lah.
I mean it makes sense in Chinese, but
well in Malaysia it called X50. Sounds so exclusive. X50. It sounds like, hey, what car you drive? X50. Sounds so sexy. So but if it's in Chinese, like it was like, hey, what car you drive? Geely Binyu. It doesn't sound sexy though.
I'm sure it sounds sexy in Chinese, just not in English.
Not in our dictionary. It's a basically different language, but overall, this car is actually the same model yang kita dapat X50 hari ni. It's just that perbezaan dia, yang ini adalah kereta yang telah pun dimodify secara ekstrim.
So anybody kirakan the maximum you can do to an X50 sebelum kita dah masuk kacau dengan engine Evo ke apa, kita belum lagi masuk dalam kategori tu. But I think Gojira Speed Shop, they always produce an extreme version of every car they make. So this is the race version, front wheel drive, 350 wheel horsepower. And I'm pretty sure he's already working on a four-wheel drive.
I'm waiting for four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive, 800 horsepower version. I'm sure it's just around the corner.
That's gonna be great. Okay, so kita ada catatan masa terpantas yang telah dilakukan oleh Jay Wong, seorang pelumba daripada Singapore. Yang memandu jentera sama lah hari ni, semua Geely.
Semua Proton.
Dia telah pun dipintas oleh dia punya gang juga, Max.
Right. So Gazkun there in first place, followed by Jay Wong. Ayman Haziq. Ayman Haziq there in third position. Teku Jan Lei in fourth. Mika Hakimi in fifth. Amir Haziq there in sixth. You just saw him in our driver cam, looking cool, calm and collected.
That's how he is.
Abdul Muiz there. Mukimi chasing Master Seth around. He's in 7th position. Master Seth is in 9th. Kama Ali is in 8th place, and Javier Alvarez is in 10th position. That's your top 10 right now. And I think it's going to be fairly close, especially in the top 5, if not the top, in the top 8. So there you go, Master Seth. Dia pakai ni kan,
Quest 2,
Oculus Quest 2 VR headset.
Baju ni kalau tak salah aku macam baju Call of Duty bukan
So itu dia in the driver cam right now. Master Seth, semua peminat-peminat Master Seth sila komen di bawah.
Betul. Mana peminat-peminat Master Seth? Tunjukkan, serlahkan keminatan anda.
Tunjuk kesokongan.
Sokongan anda. Kesokongan pun boleh. Tunjukkan sokongan anda kepada Master Seth.
Kalau orang putih cakap kesokongan.
Orang putih kata kesokongan.
Kalau orang Melayu cakap support.
Oh my god. Tapi kereta ni guys, walaupun korang nampak dia macam it's a little bit easy to drive, but it's not. Dia punya brake dia annoying sah.
Walaupun pakai ABS pun dia ada. Dia ada sedikit lock up, dia ada sedikit boleh understeer kan. Susah kan.
Sebenarnya kereta dia senang nak control, but the braking, like you really need to know the trick.
Yeah.
Baru kita boleh dapat maximum potential of this car lah. It's not easy because aku dah try drive tadi. This is the first day aku try kereta ni, and it's not easy. Well, I think I love the one that we try in dekat pusing-pusing tu mana? Gintama. No, Gintama. Yang aku main dengan masa Seth that time. Track tu Gunsai. Yeah, Gunsai Toge. Yeah. That one is different model. Different mod. This is the latest that we came up with. And this is actually the perfect mod for TCR. Mostly perfect mod for TCR.
Yeah.
And it feels like TCR.
I know from speaking to the GSS boys, Gojira Speed Shop, Mr. Gojira himself also, they model the tires as closely as they can to the Yokohama spec tires that they use in endurance racing for TCR. So the same characteristics, very fast to warm up, but also very fast to drop off as well at the same time. If you're wondering, there Master Seth just had a slight connection issue. He's all right on track right now. It's just that we had a small visual glitch. Itu yang ternampak dia melompat habis.
Itu dia. Ngam-ngamu sokongan daripada Brunei kepada Master Seth. VR yang power, betul. VR tu yang power. Well, basically kalau kau tanya orang yang biasa pakai VR, from VR you change to screen, it's gonna be different. From screen you change to VR, it's gonna be faster. Like really fast.
So cuba explain sikit ataupun cerita sikit pasal apa manfaat bila masuk pakai
Okay,
VR.
so bila kita pakai VR, apa yang kita dapat, benda yang paling kita dapat, sensational of speed tu paling penting. Sebab kalau kita biasanya kita masuk corner, bila kita pakai screen, kita akan rasa kita corner tu slow tau.
Ya betul.
Basically kalau dalam VR, it's actually laju tau.
Yeah.
You know one things that we talk about this before. Aku cakap dengan Azli race untuk apa nama tu yang Johor punya team tu, color biru tu. Aku lupa lah nama.
JDT.
Yang Ame Abang Amir Farid apa drive sekarang ni. Aku lupa nama dia. Okay, aku tak ingat lah nama race team tu. So dia cerita dengan aku, dia kata, Budi, the way kau bawa kat Sepang ni, basically corner yang kau ambil ni laju tau. Even in real car pun orang tak boleh nak ambil corner macam ni sebab diorang rasa takut. Tapi bila kita pakai VR, we think that it's okay lah, sebab yelah kita tak ada risau pasal damage kan. So we think it's okay, but basically that is laju, and we try to push that even harder. Tapi kalau kita tak pakai VR, kita pakai screen, kita kan lagi laju daripada tu. Sebab apa? Sebab kita rasa macam slow je aku ambil corner.
Betul.
The problem is kalau kau terlampau laju and you are not at the right speed, corner tu tak boleh ambil pun. This is not Need for Speed tau.
Kita tak ada trick yang kau slow time and then hit the nitrous.
That
doesn't work here.
That doesn't work here. Okay, so teknik-teknik bantal, it doesn't work. Cushion, it doesn't work. So the only way for you to drive is like a proper driving technique yang korang pakai dekat track, and you bawa dekat sim ni lah. So the VR give a lot of advantage on that. Salah satu daripada segi surrounding, yang mana kita boleh tengok kereta di kiri dan kanan kita. So kita nampak mana kita nak bergerak.
Betul-betul.
Itu pun bagi satu information yang sangat penting dalam race max.
But that's the interesting thing as well, looking at these things, even in Assetto Corsa, which is considered by many as the sort of the entry-level hobbyist sort of sim. The physics and the driving is still very, very accurate when compared to even Sims 10 years ago when I first started. It was a little bit, apart from RF1, I say 10 years ago, I actually mean 15.
RF1 is 2008, 2005 I think.
2005,
Yeah.
I feel old now. But the whole hobby, the whole industry, the whole sport has come along by leaps and bounds, and that's why when we were talking amongst each other in my usual day job, which is running the Interformula race team, and the subject came up, we decided, yes, I think these guys actually can go from the virtual world into race car world. And it's not actually the first time, because Mika Hakimi has done it. In fact, I think it was just at Sepang the other day. Semalam
ke 2 hari lepas. Sorry, dia had MCS. He drive there, the MCS.
So boleh kirakan Sebenarnya bukan kali pertama yang kita akan ambil seorang daripada dunia sim masuk ke dalam dunia perlombaan. Tetapi
It's not even the first time.
ya,
We see the F1 driver siapa tu?
ya, kita ada Igor Fraga yang masuk dalam Formula 2 sekarang kalau tak silap. Kita ada Jan Mardenborough yang jadi factory driver untuk Nissan. Dia datang daripada Gran Turismo.
lagi Gran Turismo tu.
Ya. So kita ada boleh kirakan the confidence untuk cuba letakkan kereta ni dalam kereta ni. Yes, it's not a TCR car, it's not a GT3 car, but it could be the first step in something special.
Yeah, I do agree with that. So orang all time mesti dari generation Gran Turismo sampai sekarang, real simulator dengan rally car pun tak semua real track. Yeah. Betul juga. Basically it depends on, kalau kau tanya kita lah, it depends on kita punya perspective on how we want to learn some things lah. Even kalau dalam rally pun Max is an active rally game driver and an active rally real life driver.
Mostly co-driver but also with rally sprints and a couple of entries there.
But it has the same I mean like macam aku pernah cakap dengan masa dekat Saga GTO punya event, which is benda yang paling ketara yang kita boleh tengok adalah visual memory yang kita dapat dalam satu-satu race ataupun satu-satu track, seat time kan. It helps a lot actually.
I mean, speaking from experience, I always like to say that it's about 40 to 50% from being real life. Mostly around 40%. But that 40% can be quite hard to learn before you get into a real race car. It's the difference between getting into a race car, not being able to hit the brakes, can't press the clutch down to change gear and all this sort of stuff. It's the difference between that and being able to get into the car. Okay, you might be a bit slow when you start off with. You might have a lot to learn, but you will have mastered the basics. You know what a racing line is, what a braking zone is, what everything else is. So, and also it's a great tool for learning new cars and new tracks. Sebab ada banyak pro level race driver yang akan pakai AC even untuk belajar track baru. Macam for instance, if I had to go, kita selalu race kat Sepang kan, kita dapat drive TCR, tapi first round dekat Okayama. Kita boleh pergi sini, kita boleh belajar.
At least we have that visual memory. Satu. Nombor dua, kita ada that line mana kita nak braking, kita punya reference. At least 50% better than nothing, kata orang. Lagi satu, untuk game macam, untuk simulator, I won't say game. Nanti kena marah, okay? So untuk simulator macam Rosa, mostly yang professional driver yang guna adalah daripada drift community.
Yes.
It is a really really accurate simulator untuk drift actually. And we know that since Abang Jai is one of the drifter, and he agree with that.
Boleh kirakan it's between AC and RF2, but the mod scene, itu yang something that's special with AC in particular. With Assetto Corsa, the mod scene is insane. The drift car scene in AC is nuts.
It's next level, bro.
Like I mean, I recently got into drifting, especially built. Shout out to Sawe, the modder, specially built S-Class drift car.
Ooh.
W140 S-Class. So the old like early to mid 90s, the Jackie Chan bad guy car. Converted jadi drift car pula.
Jackie Chan bad guy car. Okay guys. Jackie Chan.
Tahu S-Class yang garang zaman 90-an kan. The square boxy one.
Petak kan. Itu kalau langgar orang kan, kereta tak kemek.
Tapi kereta tu pun ada dalam drift. And really good car to drive for circuit drifting.
You know that ada satu Volvo S40, Volvo 240. Volvo 240 yang colour hijau, that green, hijau apa tu orang kata, hijau putih ais tu. Hijau ais tu. And then tebu, and it drift really good. I had tried that and it was really good. So guys, kita dah pun sampai ke penghujung qualifying session ataupun sesi kelayakan. Kita akan memulakan race yang pertama. Jadi di tempat yang pertama, di petak yang pertama kita ada John Jit dengan 133.262 Max.
Laju.
Di petak yang kedua kita ada Jae Wong. Di petak yang ketiga kita ada Gaskun ataupun Muazzam. Di petak yang keempat kita ada Aiman Hasik. We have a lot of Aiman, okay?
We have a lot of Haziks.
We have a lot of Hazik too. Don't judge
Aiman
me.
dengan Amir. They're not related as far as I know.
Yeah. And then kita ada di petak yang kelima kita ada Mika Hakimi. Di petak yang keenam kita ada Kamal Ali. Di petak yang ketujuh Abdul Muiz. Di petak yang ke-8 Tengku Jan. Di petak yang ke-9 kita ada Amir Hazik. Di petak yang ke-10 kita ada Master Seth. Di petak yang ke-11 Javier Alvarez. Di petak yang ke-12 kita ada Omar Aziz.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Okay, jadi kita akan meneruskan perlumbaan kita yang pertama, which is perlumbaan yang pertama ni dia akan ikut grid, dan perlumbaan kita yang kedua adalah reverse grid.
Yeah, so ni boleh kirakan agak common dalam dunia touring car. So for touring car races, it's quite common to have a short sprint race format. So that's what we're going to have here for the Invitational. The main championship races will be 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But for this, we have 2 sprint races, 20 minutes, about 10 laps, I think, roughly, 10 or 12 laps. And it will be one with the grid the right way around, one race as a qualifying race, and then we are going to flip the grid 180 degrees. So the guy who finishes in 12th place will start at the front, and the fastest guys start at the back.
Yeah.
And this is going to be wild because all of the guys who are really quick at the back have to overtake every single car in front of them to get to the front.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, so ini boleh dikirakan battle from last to first.
Yeah. Untuk kebiasaannya World Touring Car Championship dia ada lebih kurang 7 lap untuk satu-satu track. Ataupun kita ada a few Touring Car Championship pun sama juga 7 ke 8 lap untuk satu-satu race sebelum dia flip the grid around. So itu dia, kita telah pun tiba di kemuncak perancangan.
Belum kemuncak lagi, belum habis.
Kita telah pun berada di permulaan perlumbaan yang pertama sekarang. Masih 2 minit diberikan untuk mereka mengadjust dia orang punya setting. Set up one by one
So they're going to be setting the cars up. Final adjustments coming up through right now. Of course, we have the full grid now out on track. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go on the clock.
Itu dia. 2 minit ni dia orang boleh adjust dia orang punya. Okay, untuk kereta ni dia boleh adjust macam-macam Suspension boleh adjust, tire pressure. Aku tak sure dia orang punya aerodynamic boleh adjust ke tidak. Angle.
Itu saya pun dah lupa kalau ada ke tak. But it's very limited adjustment lah. So
but it's still adjustment yang kau boleh yang kita boleh ambil dan kita boleh buat sebagai kita punya personal preference.
Yes.
Itu yang paling penting dalam setiap series perlumbaan sebenarnya. Personal preference yang membolehkan kita untuk bawa kereta lagi laju daripada timing kita yang standard.
So limited amount of adjustments, but they can be crucial. We did hear from Umar Aziz earlier on, there was a little bit of turn-in issues. The car is a bit lazy to turn in, so you can add a bit of toe out just to help the car turn and do all of that. Now 20 seconds to go. Now they will all be loading onto the track and getting themselves ready to go. You can see how far back they sit in these types of cars. The 6 red lights are about to go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights are on. It's a fairly long gap. And it's go, go, go. Coming down towards turn 1 right now. The driver's really having to struggle for grip there. Front wheel drive, not the greatest for standing starts, but they managed to get moving there. John Jett managing to get himself up into first position right now. They're side by side. Oh, they touch. They touch. They touch. There's a big crash there. That's a huge crash out there in turn 1. Unbelievable stuff there indeed. Jay, Kamal, John Jett on the back of the field there. 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. Unbelievable stuff. So I guess we have a last to first battle on the first race, let alone the second race. Aiman is in first place, Gaskun in second, Master Seth in third place. Tunku Janley managing to avoid all of the mess there, but wow, that was pretty terrible.
Yo, that was scary. Okay, Tapi benda tu kita expect dekat Okayama Max.
Especially in the touring car. Especially in an
We know
invitational
that gonna
race.
happen.
There's no points on offer. There's no prizes on offer. But everyone wants to bring home that very famous, very special, probably the most special thing. That is the
Bragging rights.
bragging rights.
Yes, that is the best.
Oh, look at that. Tukujan diving in on the inside there, but he runs it wide a little bit. Master Seth managing to get that position back, but Tukujan Lei already looking like he is trying to race that car as hard as possible, and he's taking Muez Hakimi with him. That is Muki Mi, as he's known to his fans. They're coming down towards the final two corners here. Let's see if there's any change in positions coming up towards that turn one. Wildly out of line there. It's going to be very exciting there. It looks like Mika Hakimi has just managed to squeeze past Abdul Muez Hakimi there. Meanwhile, hard on the brakes there. Tukujan there. It looks like battling still with Master Seth around the outside. Master Seth not quite able to make it work. Tukujan managing to sneak the car in on the inside. Sideways moment there around this track. If I have to be speaking this long and this hard for the entire series, I think I'm going to need to ask for some strepsils.
Yo Max, this is cool. Daripada awal, okay, let's go race X50 on tak on, jangan minyak habis. Ouch, that minyak habis peristiwa is gonna be
Jangan minyak
hunting
habis,
him,
Master Seth.
Jangan risau.
Tak apa,
Itu
minyak
dia.
free je, boleh isi lebih sikit, tak apa.
Betul. Berapa lap? Ini ada dalam 20 minit race, lebih kurang dalam 10 ke 12 lap lebih kurang. Oh, that was a big jump by Mika Hakimi, but he didn't nail that. But
Mika
he
Hakimi
nailed
going in.
somebody.
Mika Hakimi going in for the dive bomb and then some. I think he went with the dive bomb and the 810 Warthog at the same time coming into that corner there. Not too sure where all of that came about, but it looks like Tukujan and Mika Hakimi dropped down to 6th and 7th position.
Dude, Master Set duduk di tempat yang ketiga sekarang. Oh, peminat-peminat dia tu mesti tengah melompat sekali. Itu dia Mika Hakimi, memandu jentera berwarna biru, hitam, putih ni. Oh,
Dia memang happy sekarang. You can tell he is very happy right now. This is the nice thing about an invitational race. They're all out there. They're all out to have fun. They know they're not going to have to pay for the wreckage afterwards. They're going to give these cars
Oi,
maximum.
kenapa tu?
Kenapa tu? Oh, aku benda ke mana?
Kamal. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Alamak, sempat tak baik.
Okay, bye tu.
oh my god. Oh, Mika masuk pit, serve penalty.
It looks like it's a penalty for Mika Hakimi. I had to stand up for the start there. I was not expecting that amount of drama from the opening few
What?
laps of the race. Boleh dikirakan agak dramatik sekarang.
Max, this is a TCR. Come on. TCR daripada awal sampai habis memang drama je.
Yeah.
Drama penuh. Sekarang kita bersama dengan Jonjit diikuti Kamal Ali belakang. Cubaan Kamal Ali mendapatkan Jonjit, tapi Jonjit ni laju, Mat. Ini memang dia punya level dia kira laju lah.
Yeah.
Tapi tadi dia accident dekat belakang dia, dilanggar oleh Jaewong. Tetapi Jaewong berjaya mengungguli di tempat yang kelima sekarang. Jonjit masih lagi di tempat yang ke-7. Cuba. Ui.
Oh,
Dia
big
tak
spin
break.
there.
Mana break tu?
Kamal Ali.
okay.
Oh, no.
Bagus.
Kamal Ali and Amir Haziq. Kamal Ali getting the car very, very sideways there. And Amir Haziq
Ada
very
seorang
late
lagi.
on the brakes. Very late on the brakes.
This is the problem with the brake that I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you get the braking wrong in these cars, it can get quite messy.
Wait, kau tak boleh corner langsung. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Okay, guys. Kalau korang brake pada saat yang sangat tak betul at the wrong time and the wrong place, kau tak boleh corner, babe. That's how hard this car is, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, kepada yang menonton, it's not easy. Ini bukan kereta yang mudah-mudah. Ini berbuat, ini cerita botol, bang. Bukan main-main ni dah. Ini cerita botol ni nak bagi tahu korang.
Yeah.
Tak mudah bawa kereta ni dah. Oi, payah, bang. Ini bukan kereta BLM dan kat depan tu, bukan. Lain ni.
Di atas sikit.
Ni atas
X50 Highline.
dia kira apa, segmen, bukan segmen, dia kira customer yang berbeza. Itu dia. Sekarang kita bersama dengan Tengku Jan. Cubaan untuk mendapatkan Jaewong di belakang 0.5 saja. Ui, gap ini adalah lap yang keempat. Kau tengok gap dia orang masih lagi tak berubah. Di antara Abdul Muiz, Jaewong dan juga Tengku Jan masih lagi cuba untuk mendapatkan masing-masing. Itu dia depan daripada Muiz. Kita ada Master Seth. Muiz cuba untuk mengambil daripada dalam tetapi tidak berjaya dihalang oleh Master Seth. Muiz menggunakan teknik longkang tetapi adakah Muiz berjaya memintas? Tidak berjaya memintas di situ. Teknik longkang tidak berjaya. Mencocok di bontot Masa sukses.
Longkang kat mana weh?
Aku nak tanya, longkang kat mana tu?
Kat dalam curb.
Tadi dia masuk dalam ke tu.
Itulah teknik longkang lah, gutter teknik.
Kata teknik.
Okay, then we can see the Master Seth going wide there. Oh, 3 wide coming through there. Who was that? That was Jay, I think, coming through around there. No, that was Abdul Muiz Hakimi coming through there. Jay Wong, Abdul Muiz there. Fantastic racing all throughout there. Oh,
my God.
Oh, that's something. Yellow flag.
What the hell was that?
No.
Pandit.
Spandut.
No, kena hit.
Oh, man. A little bit of contact.
Usah, come back in.
Oh my god. But that was actually a good race until that
That
happened.
was so dirty. Okay, yeah, come.
Come.
Dia Tengku Jan
These are
cuba
enemies.
untuk mendapatkan
Alamak, Master Cell laju sikit boleh tak?
Turunlah kita.
Tengku Jan mengambil daripada luar. Muiz sekali lagi cuba untuk mendapatkan ruangan daripada dalam. Muiz tutup betul-betul dalam tu.
Oi, ya Allah, dia break.
Alamak Tapi cubaan Master Seth tadi tidak berjaya untuk menutup ruang. Tetapi kini Master Seth berada di kotak tempat yang kelima. Abdul Muiz dan juga Tengku Jan masih lagi fighting for third position. Itu yang kita katakan, Muiz ini pun bukan pelumba yang calang-calang. Agak agresif juga pemanduan dia malam ni.
Yeah, you can see there Muiz Hakimi there, Mukimi getting the car sideways to the left, to the right there. Tengku Janle is looking at him and thinking, nah, we're going to try and go around the outside of him, and a big contact there, getting a little tiny taste of his own medicine there coming through there. But Tengku Janle, I guess it was a forceful move, but I think it is fairly fair.
Itu dia. Kini Abdul Muiz berada di belakang. Nampak tak jonjet dekat situ.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
So now we can see there Joan Jet getting closer and closer to the back of Abdul Muiz Hakimi, and Tengku Janle managed to get himself up into third position. That's where you can see the class of the driver we're dealing with. We're dealt with 3 wide in a place where you never thought you could fit 3 cars through, but they managed it somehow, messily. And through all of that chaos, Tengku Janle has managed to just keep his cool, keep calm, collected, and get himself up into that podium position. And as you can see, they're racing in race 1 just as hard as ever. They know that the grids are going to be reversed for race 2, but they don't care.
By Muiz.
Hi, Muiz.
Itu dia, ada satu komen ni kata live streaming vs idola professional. Betul.
Yeah, live streamers versus the pros. Yeah.
Correct.
Absolutely, live streaming versus the professional idols. Oh, big spin there. Abdul Muiz Hakimi getting spun around in and off the track there. John Jett's gone past, Master Seth's gone past, and it looks like he's dropped down a few places down to 6th place.
Satu benda yang tak cantik di situ. Nampaknya Tengku Jan selesa berada di hadapan. Muiz lah pun dah jauh ketinggalan di belakang setelah berlakunya pelanggaran sebentar tadi. Itu dia 3 saat gap di antara Muiz dan juga Master Seth. Agak jauh gap tu sebenarnya.
Yeah, and it looks like it's actually going to be an 18 to 20 lap race. My maths went a little bit out of the window there. I forgot it was quite a short track. I
No,
was
it should
thinking
be
2 minutes.
12 lah. 10 minutes and then 6 laps. 20
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
12 laps.
12,
Betul lah.
12,
No, our math is actually good. My
maths is so bad that I thought it was good. My maths is so good that I thought it was bad.
Yeah, that works.
I'll come to that bridge when I cross it. Anyways, Ayman is in first position right now with Gaskun in second place. Tengku Jan is in third. This great during this invitational event. We have the live feed from all the drivers as well, so we get live reactions whenever there's any accidents, anything like that. Comment down below if you want to hear more races like this with the live reactions from the drivers there.
Betul. Ada yang cakap ada event bang. Registration masih lagi dibuka. Registration akan dibuka daripada hari ini sampai ke hari Ahad jam 12 tengah malam baru ditutup. Jadi korang boleh race dan buat best timing untuk melayakkan kedudukan untuk mendapat 20 yang teratas.
Yeah, so untuk For more information and for details as to how to join not only this event but all of Adrenaline Impact and Vertex Esports events, whether it be sim racing or MLBB or all of the other wonderful titles that we compete in, do head on over to adrenalineimpact.com/discord. I believe that is the URL. That will bring you directly to our Discord server, and from there you can join through there. All the communications here are via Discord, including all of the wonderful sonorous voices of our drivers.
Betul. Terkejut aku.
Baru puji.
Terkejut aku. I don't know. Well, that was like what? Okay, itu dia betul. Lungsuri www.adrenalineimpact.com.
Dah cuba balik ya?
Oh my god.
Take two.
Lungsuri www.adrenalineimpact.com/discord untuk join kita punya Discord, dan semua berita ataupun news tentang event ada di situ, ataupun boleh like kita orang punya page di Adrenaline Impact dan juga Vertex Esports.
Ya, dan jangan lupa kita ada website kita juga, adrenalineimpact.com. Kita ada hub, kita ada all sorts of nice wonderful things kat situ.
Ada everything. We got everything in one place, orang Melayu kata.
Kalau orang Inggeris kata semua di satu tempat.
Betul. Orang Melayu kata one stop center. Ui, hampir-hampir.
Oh yeah, Amir Haziq is under a lot of pressure there from Muiz Hakimi, who is tearing his way through the field right now. This is absolutely fantastic. Of course, we've got the stewards have been given the holiday right now. In fact, I have a suspicion that one or two of them are actually racing tonight.
I think so lah, man.
Joan Jett's brother, John Jett, is here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But a lot of the other drivers there. This is just great to have these fun races, let our hairs down, and it's also a great place to actually learn a little bit from the pros when it comes to racecraft and stuff like that. And we definitely had a couple of moments there where we learned what not to do, how not to start a race, for instance, and how not to overtake.
How not to start a race? Don't start a race like that.
Yeah.
That was
It's something, yeah, it's something.
That was a good content for me.
Oh man, I think Budi, you've got the job now of uploading to IG and TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all that sort of stuff. I think you have a lot of content to put up.
I do have a lot of content just for this race.
Yeah.
Thanks, just for this.
Oh, we're
race.
going to be good for this for like 2-3 weeks. Brilliant racing all around. Of course, Tuku Janle making it look very, very simple. But of course, John Jett there. I like to say it's the brother of Joan Jett, but I think he is racing under a pseudonym, as they say. Ataupun nama samaran kalau orang putih cakap.
Nickname.
Kalau orang Melayu cakap nickname.
Itu dia Tengku Jan diekori rapat oleh John Jett di belakang. Ini dua-dua racer yang ada pengalaman yang agak tinggi, Max.
Yes, both have real life touring car experience. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out there. As you can see, after the craziness of driving around there, they're still driving, they're still pushing. Tengku Janle doing the classic BTCC style curb hop to try and get as tight a line as possible. But as you can see, these two professionals, they're waiting for a gap, they're looking for a way to go past there. You can see there, Joan Jett's going to try and send it up the inside. Not quite close enough, but he has managed to put a little bit more pressure on Tengku Janle. But of course, he's used to that. He's going to be aware of that as they go around the track here. This is absolute fantastic racecraft. We've seen probably the best racecraft and the worst racecraft all in one race. It's a real kaleidoscope today.
This is a pleasure, Max. This is a pleasure. Okay, itu dia. Macam Max cakap tadi, kita dapat tengok racecraft yang terbaik dan juga yang tak berapa nak baik dalam satu race yang sama. This is why we call it an invitational race. Ataupun race jemputan, yang mana we just need to have fun. And while we have fun, we're premiering this event and premiering this car. Ini adalah kereta, ini adalah premier yang pertama yang mana kereta ini dikeluarkan secara globally.
Global launch.
Globally tau. Kau jangan main.
Jay's gone a little bit wide there and he's dropped the position there to Muiz Hakimi, but he's managed to draw alongside there. They touch, there's contact. And it looks like Muki has run a little bit wide there before slotting down behind Jay Wong. A nice little maneuver there. Perhaps a little bit of retribution for getting punted out of the way. He's managed to get past now.
Max, Oh, that was a good one. I think they are driving a TCR right now.
Yeah, it can just be summed up as TCR racing.
That is TCR racing.
Give me now. Give me. Allah, cannot.
Kiss here and kiss there is actually a TCR racing. Oh my god.
They're coming down to the braking zone there. Joan Jett run a little bit wide. Oh. That's just a little bit late on the brakes there from Joan Jett.
Kita tak nak belok. Oh
Yeah.
loh. Dah terah belok, dah tak mau.
Gajera has his favorite phrase, and it comes from a rally driver by the name of Juha Kankinen. And the quote is, "The speed was correct, but the corner was too tight." I think that sums that up. The speed was correct, but the corner was too tight.
Yo, that was good.
Yeah, I think that's the right way around.
Oh my god, that was good. Itu dia. Sekarang kita bersama dengan Amir Haziq, cubaan untuk melarikan diri daripada J Wong di belakang, dan juga Abdul Muiz Hakimi dan juga Abdul Muiz. Itu dia. Masih lagi bersama dengan Amir ni. Amir Haziq ni dia well known driver yang defensif J Wong pula dia well known driver yang agresif untuk overtake.
Yep,
we know that.
So it's a defense versus attack right now between Amir Haziq and Jay Wong coming around the final sector here. Let's see if Jay can set up a overtake on the straight. It looks like they're close enough that if they get a good draft off each other, and these cars can draft.
Master Seth also in a very, very tight position.
Yes, so all three of these positions can be quite dangerous. If not on this lap, then the next lap there. But let's have a look and see if Jay can get the car close enough underneath the rear wing of Amir. Coming down towards the braking zone here. Let's see, hard on the brakes there. You can see the blue flames from the anti-lag system. It's a classic GSS touch. All of the tuned turbo cars from Gajera Speed Shop have their patented anti-lag technology.
Yeah, it was like I love the sound.
Where
It's
we're going to record that. We're going to clip that and make that the sound for the next mod.
Oh, that's gonna be good. What sound is that?
The curry pop sound. Curry pop, pop, pop,
Itu
pop, pop.
dia. J berjaya memintas, nampaknya Max. J berjaya memintas Amir Haziq di situ. Wow. Sekarang ni kita boleh lihat siapa yang mempunyai bola yang lebih. It sounds so good in Malay.
Takut John is getting faster and faster. Alamak. He's training while driving.
Yalah, of course lah bang.
I think that's why he's so fast.
He's already driving for 20 minutes. Of course lah. Ui, Master Seth.
Look at that. Jay Wong getting very close to the back of Master Seth. I think another one is about to bite the dust here. Jay Wong on a tear. I think he's one of the fastest cars out on track right now. If it wasn't for the drivers trying to get through there. Meanwhile, Mika shows up as a DNF on our servers. Hopefully we might be able to get him back for the next race. We'll see if he can sort out whatever issues he was having there. He did actually, well, apart from the start, he did actually have a fairly good race going there. So our condolences there to Mika Hakimi. Meanwhile, Jay there pushing Master Seth very hard there. They're going to try and draw side by side. Not going to work through turn 2. Very, very tight corner to try and get out there, but Jay is switching lines left, right and center. He's going to try every single racing line he can. Going around the corner there, hard on the brake.
I hear someone habis minyak.
Jan. Tuku Jan's run out of fuel on the final lap. Unbelievable.
Aduh, history repeat.
On the final lap. Ui, ini third place curse ni.
Oh, there's a big contact there. Jay Wong, Master Seth, Amir Haziq overtakes two cars at once. Unbelievable stuff there. Coming around the corners there. And it looks like Master Seth might drop another position. Coming around the corner there. Tuku Jan Lace, I guess he's going to be switching to RAW 95 for the next race, so his dollars go more. Yeah, I think itulah easy RM30 97 yang 95 tak sama bang.
Oh my god. Itu dia, kita ada pemenang kita untuk race yang pertama. Kita ada Aiman Haziq. Di tempat yang kedua kita ada Gascon. Di tempat yang ketiga John J. Di tempat yang keempat cuba untuk menghabiskan perlumbaan.
Yeah.
Amir Haziq.
Amir Haziq there coming across in fourth. But Aiman Haziq is stopped. Aiman Haziq dah berhenti. Dah habis.
Dah habis. Aiman Haziq dah habis.
Okay.
Terkejut.
Kenapa korang switch?
No, tak.
Macam nak meletup jantung. Tergujar
Apa?
habis. Tahu-tahu kereta sampai belakang.
Padahal dah cross finish line.
Yang last race masa set tempat ketiga juga minyak habis.
Itulah.
And this race terkujar tempat ketiga.
Semput kan. Ni
Dia tersenyap.
So Aiman Haziq, we're live right now. We can see you in driver cam. How was that race?
Other than the first corner, nothing happened to me.
Okay lah.
You survived the first corner, bro. You survived the first
Did
corner.
you see anything of the first corner? Our cameraman
I think I actually hit someone because the guys already spinning. I don't no space to break anymore. The two for me, right? Yeah, I think they both collide and spawn together.
Ayo.
Tapi corner tu memang ngam-ngam boleh masuk 2 kereta je tau. Tak boleh lebih. Kalau lebih memang
I tell you how crazy it was kan. Kita punya cameraman tak cukup tak sempat nak makan dia punya nasi lemak breakfast tu dah.
What happened?
Tergelabar tadi.
Konon macam okay, first race baru start, mesti relax sikit tak relax, tipu. But that was a good race, okay?
So congratulations there, Aiman Haziq. Of course, congratulations for the win, but of course you're going to be starting at the back of the grid for race 2. So good luck with that. Any strategy for race 2?
Oh no.
Just start.
Memang plan tu. Memang plan nak ambil minyak start depan.
Start depan tu.
That's qualifying strats, qualifying strats.
Yeah, betul. Oh my god, that was a really good
Mika
one.
is still Mika is in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
All right, that's awesome that we managed to get Mika back. So he's going to be on pole position. I'm going to be in. Oh dear. So now we've got Umar Aziz come back in. He's going to swap in with me for race 2. So I am going to leave and go down to the car. Now I've got to start in the front row of the grid.
Yeah. Mika ada nombor 1. Lepas tu kat belakang dia Max. Lepas tu tergujan. Max was like, I need to run from them.
All part of the master plan.
That was so scary, bro.
No, sondol lah.
Okay. Relax only.
We have seen that on the first race. So now di race yang kedua kita akan ada reverse grid yang mana Mika Hakimi akan memula di petak yang pertama rasanya. Unless dia akan ikut pit. Oh tak juga kot. Rasanya dia akan duduk di petak yang pertama lah. Kalau tak Max akan duduk di petak yang pertama. Oh my god, that was really good. That was a really good race. Itu dia. Kereta ni cantik, babe. Kalau aku kaya aku beli X50 aku nak buat macam gini lah. Tapi kena tunggu aku
Kaya.
Sebab tak aku cakap kalau. Main kalau ni aku beli kurus tau.
Itulah tu.
Mainkan kalau. Itu dia. Berapa lama kita punya ni lah? Kita punya 22 minit sebelum jam tu naik race. Seminit lagi. 2 minit okay.
Ya, lepas ni ada 2 minit je.
So kita ada lagi 2 minit. Okay, so kita ada lebih kurang dalam 5 minit lah. Tu tadi kita dengar suara Master Seth. Dia minyak tak habis kali ni guys. Dia minyak tak habis Kau jangan risau.
Aku settle abang Jan punya ni.
Ya habis dulu.
Tadi ada fan kau siap pesan tu minyak jangan habis Master Seth.
Saya dekat belakang jadi masa keadaan.
Memang dia risau.
Tak apa, okay. Was fun.
Fun.
Tan.
Juga
Tahu tak apa.
nak handle kereta ni, aduh.
Ya, bang, dia tak boleh break macam terlampau lambat kan. Tiba-tiba tak boleh corner. Saya bawa ni. Benda saya kereta ni tak boleh corner. Stres. Tan, apa yang kau nampak dalam kereta kau sekarang ni?
Nampak? Tak ada apa.
Tak ada apa kan? Kau ni tak ada hati betul. Nampak steering je. Dia punya
steering, nampak lambang Pluton, nampak dash.
Itu dia. Kita akan memasuki race yang kedua. Kita ada masih lagi 2 minit.
Sorry.
Untuk diorang set up dia punya kereta.
Hello Encik Budi.
Ya, saya. Okay.
Kita dah keluar daripada kereta.
Dah keluar. Macam mana bang bawa kereta race pertama ni?
Macam Macam-macam hal.
Macam-macam hal
Nak start Clutch start set. Kena penalti 1. Terperangkap dekat
accident.
kemalangan yang berlaku.
Kemalangan jalan raya.
Last habis minyak.
Oh, kau pernah beli minyak?
So package. Kita dapat package
kau
semua.
package?
Semua sekali.
Minyak tak cukup ke?
Minyak kita agak-agak lah. Kita kira-kira. Ingat mat kita bagus macam Max. Tapi tak cukup lagi.
Minyak letak penuh.
You shouldn't trust the mass of a dyscalculic person. Just to put that out there.
Oh my god. Minyak tak cukup guys. Minyak tak cukup adalah perkara yang agak menyakitkan pada malam ni.
So dengan Budi, apa ni, next race ni adalah reverse grid, betul ke?
Betul, reverse grid. Kita dapat tengok reverse grid yang malam ni, tapi aku tak nampak nama lagi.
Itulah. Cameraman, mana cameraman ni? Goyang-goyang kan?
Goyang-goyang.
Grid ni
Tak makan lagi.
Penat kau dia.
Tak makan lagi tadi. Tak sempat nak breakfast, Matt cakap tadi. Dia baru nak breakfast.
Goyang, ni ada pegang kameranya.
Goyang-goyang.
Goyang. Tak apa. Okey.
Dia baru lepas makan. Tak sempat makan. Dia cakap, oh, itu dia. Ini kita Amir Haziq.
Cantik kita siapa yang ni buat livery dia?
Hoi, budak
abang,
yang buat livery ni mesti
abang
handsome.
buat livery apa?
Confirm. Tengok livery dah tahu dah handsome budak ni yang buat ni.
Cuy.
Oh,
itu dia.
Lampu merah.
Lampu merah telah pun menyala. Kita menanti lampu hijau pula. Itu dia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Standby.
Kita on board.
Here we go. Kita on board dengan
Siapa kita nampak masa saya lah. Kita nampak masa saya di hadapan.
Ui,
dapat betul. Adakah kemalangan akan berlaku lagi? Nampak tu Kamal Ali. Disondol ni. Three wide bersama drift
Ada tandem drift guys.
Gaspun tewat. So kita tengok, walaupun kita ni kereta TCR, tapi kita boleh tengok diorang tandem 3 kereta drift.
3 kereta drift sekali jalan.
Dia siap boleh tangkap balik kereta.
Yes, I know this car has a handbrake, but please try not to use it.
Kalau tayar sejuk memang licin macam drift car weh.
Betul. Itu yang orang luar tak tahu tayar sejuk kita ni kau drive macam ni memang berderai. Jadi tayar sejuk dia orang kena relax dulu guys, baru dia orang boleh push dia orang punya power lah.
So kita tengok sekarang Javier Alvarez mendahului, diikuti Abdul Muiz dan Master Seth. So bila yang laju-laju ni John Jack kat belakang, dia akan cuba memanjat ni.
Cuba memanjat. Ini dia Tengku Jan cuba untuk mendapatkan Master Seth di hadapan. Sekali lagi Tengku Jan dan Master Seth. Oh, dia orang ni memang urgent fight berdua kan?
Ni sebalik ni. Dia pula nak curi minyak ni.
Itu dia Master Seth melakukan loncatan demi loncatan. Macam Max kata, itu adalah teknik yang biasa dilihat di BTCC ataupun sama juga dalam BTCR pun kita rajin tengok loncat sana sini. Itu dia Mika Hakimi berpeluh-peluh.
Apa yang tadi signal dia buat tu?
Dia potong. Dia nak potong. Nampak? Itu dia cubaan untuk mendapatkan Hamid Haziq. Ini dua-dua ni Blue Steel Racing ni budak ni.
Blue Steel Racing? BSR. Oi, nama yang cukup tak besar. Dikenali dekat Malaysia.
Dia kira kalau event dia dengan Blue Steel Racing tahu lah siapa.
Kan, muka dia dah kenal lah.
Dah kenal lah. Muka-muka dia dah tahu. Ada macam tu je punya level dia. Itu dia. Nampaknya Tengku Jan berjaya memintas Master Seth. John Jack di belakang. Let's go kata je. Dia berada di tempat yang ke-8 sekarang, cuba untuk mendapatkan Aiman Haziq di hadapan.
Tengku Jan tengah battle. Memang dua ni tak dapat dipisahkan lah.
Battle lagi.
Tak dapat dipisahkan.
Tengku Jan dan Master Seth masih lagi battle. 1 and 2. Pertukaran posisi di antara Tengku Jan dan Master Seth macam tu servis bertukar tangan tau.
Cabaran semakin berat tu. Di belakangnya ada Amir Haziq dan Mika Hakimi dan Aiman Haziq.
Masa saya nampaknya terpaksa mengambil white di situ. Tengku Jan lulus. Amir Haziq lulus kat situ memintas Master Seth sebab Master Seth tadi di corner yang sebelumnya terpaksa mengambil white. Itu dia nampak lompat semua lompat sama. Sama lompat semua.
Lompat sikit tak lompat.
Kereta ni memang sedap melompat. Ada kereta yang melompat betul-betul. Kejut aku. 1.34.8.
Oi.
Itu dia Abdul Muiz.
Siapa tu?
Ui, siapa kat belakang tu?
Uish.
Tak break.
Mika weh.
Tu lupa nak break. Break pedal hilang.
Break hilang. Mika rosak kereta. Allah.
What happened?
Kereta rosak. Asyik terlanggar tadi tu.
Ini bukan kat depan ni tadi. Yang TV ni.
Accident.
Accident.
Brake hilang.
Alamak. Accident.
Kereta ni kan tak boleh lambat break.
Betul.
Lambat break kau tak boleh konda.
Memang Gojira punya ni
Trend.
Trend
Gojira yang trend. Macam biasa.
Gojira memang trend. Tapi walau bagaimanapun Omar bersuka hati
Bersuka hati.
tadi berlumba dengan kereta ni. So macam mana pengalaman berlumba dengan kereta ni Omar?
Okay, handling yang bagus, power pun cantik, nak better side by side pun okey.
Sedap lah.
Sedap. Oh, break. Berbalik kepada break lah.
Break lah.
GSS kita kena call GSS lah tanya. Kenapa?
Kita kena tukar break dia.
Ha.
Mungkin break system dia ni pakai 2 port dia.
Kan trademark dia dah ada anti lag, dia dah ada apa api-api biru tapi break
Tapi tak ada break.
kurang sikit lah.
Aku cakap tadi, as aku drive dia, aku cakap, weh break dia. But it's really hard. The break memang susah. So macam kalau silap sikit on the break, dia macam susah sikit kita nak cover lah.
Makan masa
Sebab
sikit.
macam lagi sikit je.
I think so, sebab nampak juga ramai yang melompat-lompat daripada tadi sebenarnya. Mungkin Unify buat masalah malam-malam ni.
Unify brother. Macam biasa lah. Tak aku break awal gila.
Orang yang biasa dengan Unify punya Unify macam biasa nampak dah bercakap. Itu dia, dapat je Amir Haziq cuba untuk mendapatkan Tengku Jan cuba untuk mendapatkan Abdul Muiz di hadapan. Itu the front seat battle daripada Amir Haziq untuk melihat Tengku Jan dan juga Abdul Muiz untuk memintas di antara satu dan sama lain. Ui, dia tabik.
Dia tengah tengok.
Dia tengah tengok.
Kita tengah tengok race kat
Aku
depan dia.
ingat dia tengah tengok golf. Tapi betul dia akan mengambil advantage di sini. Ui, merapat di antara mereka bertiga. Javier duduk depan diam.
Diam je. Cuba melarikan diri tu.
Cuba untuk melarikan diri Javier tu. Dapat Tengku Jan masih lagi cuba untuk mendapatkan Abdul Muiz. Oh, 3 wide nampaknya.
Dah jadi 4 man battle dah.
Tak boleh corner. Cocok. Amir Haziq dan juga Aiman Haziq masing-masing kereta sama je.
Kali
Ini
pun sama.
dua-dua kereta kala sama ni.
Kata sasul-sasul nak sebut nama.
Ada bola sebelah aku.
Abdul Muiz dan juga Jonjet juga masih wow. Dia melompat-lompat di sini. Satu.
Betul. 4 lap dah berlalu dan mereka masih merapatkan sop.
Betul, 4 lap dah berlalu tapi tempat kedua, tempat ketiga, tempat keempat, tempat kelima dan tempat keenam masih fighting for position. Dan kini Aiman Haziq cuba untuk mendapatkan Amir Haziq di hadapan. 0.3 sahaja gap di antara mereka.
Yes, dapat balik.
Ui, dia dapat tangkap nampaknya.
Susah lah lag ni kereta depan belakang. Susah nak potong.
Kita ke?
Semua.
Tak, ramai. Ya. Sebab tadi nampak ada kereta macam meloncat juga. It's 2 or 3 times. Jadi kita risau nak potong.
Betul. Alah, salah lain pula.
Itu dia Gaskun berjaya memintas Kamal Ali sebentar tadi sedikit melebar. Melebar.
Orang Melayu juga. Melebar.
Makanlah.
Sikit melebar. Orang putih cakap white. Orang Melayu cakap white. Oh, Jewong drifting di situ. Cantik Jewong punya ambil tu.
Betul, walaupun kereta ni front wheel drive, tapi dia boleh belanja drift.
Tu lah. Tapi drift tadi cantik kot. Sekarang ni X50 drift mungkin menjadi satu. Hari ni race ke? Hari ni tak race. Hari ni Invitational race. Race yang pertama kita akan adakan pada bulan 6. Bulan 6.
Betul. So kalau siapa yang belum qualify lagi,
Sekarang ni masih lagi dalam sesi
Kamal Ali.
Allahu Akbar, Kamal Ali tewas di situ. Sedikit kesilapan yang berlaku di antara Kamal Ali dan juga Gaskun membuahkan hasil kepada Gaskun tetapi tidak membuahkan hasil kepada Kamal Ali.
Kamal Ali berpusing macam gasing.
Ya, berduka cinta. Race hari ni tak ada. Okay, hari ni adalah invitational race. Tapi untuk qualifying kita dah buka untuk daripada hari semalam sampai ke hari Ahad nanti, jam 12:30 malam baru kita tutup. Dan kita akan announce siapa 20 yang terpantas yang akan dapat memasuki event pada kali ini. Kita mencari 20 driver yang terpantas yang berjaya memenangi event kali ini akan membawa akan diberikan pengalaman untuk bawa
hadiahnya.
Hadiah
Sangat menarik.
Aku pun tak pernah dapat hadiah macam itu. Aku cakap kalau korang tak nak menang bagi aku.
So bila siapa yang memenangi itu dia akan dapat test session. Sebagaimana macam dia yang nak masuk race, masuk tim, masuk race tu. Kira Max jadi dia punya team principal lah nanti. So experience yang luar biasa untuk pemenang EXN X50 series yang akan datang. Tak apa, muka dia racing ni.
Muka dia fokus.
Dia tengah fight dengan Gasco.
Dia siap kemang-kemang bibir.
Betul. Oh, dia tengah fight dengan Master Set.
Man ke siapa? Mata tak nampak.
Dia tengah fight dengan Master Set.
Tak nampak siapa tu.
Ambil Aziz.
Dia kata yang apa tadi je. Nama duduk dekat. Dahlah nama duduk dekat. Dua-dua duduk dekat-dekat.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I get to refuse all of it.
Amir Haziq, Aiman Haziq. Duduk depan-depan. Dekat-dekat. 1 nombor 3, 1 nombor 4. Come on. Terkejut aku. Yang Darren live. Oh, Darren. Sebab dekat kita tak dekat kita punya layout tu tak nampak nama. That's why.
Betul. Tak nampak nama full. Payah.
Dia nampak A kan depan. Itu dia.
Max ada sedikit tewas kat belakang.
Max nampaknya berada di belakang cuba untuk mendapatkan Kamal Ali dan juga Master Sam.
Memandangkan stewards cuti hari ni bukan main ganas kan dia orang.
Tak, dia orang what happened? Kamal
Bye guys.
Kamal dan Master Sam nampaknya masing-masing terkeluar daripada track sebentar tadi.
Macam Jim Rama berirama tu.
Betul. Tak, dia orang dah lama tak race. Tiba-tiba dapat race TCR. Terkejut. Excited. Ini ada kisi-kisi punya race dia.
Javier Alvarez masih mendahului.
Javier Alvarez masih mengungguli posisi. Nampaknya sekarang masa tinggal 8 minit saja lagi. Itu dia tengkujan berapat daripada belakang.
Ada sikit buang.
Javier Alvarez terlebar sedikit di situ.
Adakah side-by-side ni akan jadi
Tengkujan berjaya memintas. Cantik pintasan oleh Tengkujan. Yang kini Aiman Haziq di belakang cuba untuk mendapatkan Javier Alvarez. Aiman Haziq mengambil selekoh daripada luar. Selekoh babe. Aku kalau cakap Melayu ni gempak. Mengambil
dia berjaya overtake daripada luar.
Dia berjaya melakukan overtake daripada luar. Itu dia Aiman Haziq dan juga Tengkujan. Masing-masing two wide memasuki corner. Tetapi berjayakah Tengkujan dan Javier Alvarez cuba untuk mengambil sayur tetapi tidak berjaya nampaknya Javier Alvarez di situ.
Masih.
Oh my god. They are having fun guys. Oh my god. Ini adalah dua pelumba yang sedang berseronok
Bukan sahaja di depan tapi di tengah, di belakang semua berseronok dengan kereta X50.
Kira kalau di depan dia berseronok, yang dekat tengah dia mungkin beronok, belakang lagi beronok-ronok.
Banyak ronok.
Belakang ni bersedih.
Dia beronok-ronok juga tu.
Yalah, betul lah tu.
Ada boleh tengok live timing tak? Takut tak kena dalam ada live timing kan untuk qualifying. Dalam Discord. Alang kata dia dalam Discord. So buat je dulu timing
Betul.
Buat
Nanti
timing
tunggu
dulu.
announcement daripada Discord.
Nanti kena tunggu announcement. Sim Alip Hanun announcement.
Sim Alip
Hanun. Short form.
Dia cuba nak sebut dalam kepala tapi tak boleh nak tangkap ah.
Tak dapat. Dia Tengku Jan dan juga Aiman Haziq masih lagi memfighting for position Memfighting for position. Amir Haziq cuba untuk melarikan diri daripada Javier Alvarez, pelumba daripada Spanyol.
Ya, tadi dia mendahului.
Vamos
mendahului.
Osa. Tadi dia mendahului. Kiri dia terpaksa akur dan selesa berada di posisi yang kelima sebab bukan mudah untuk mengejar Amir Haziq di hadapan. Itu dia Abdul Muiz Hakimi cuba untuk mendapatkan gaskun, dan depan gaskun tu ada Jewong pula. Oi, ini tiga-tiga driver yang agresif.
Betul. Gaskun tadi dapat memotong. Tetapi
Dapat
kini
memintas.
Abdul Muiz, adakah dia berjaya?
Abdul Muiz mengambil insight sekali lagi, cuba untuk membuat Terry longkang.
Gaskun sangat cantik
Berjaya.
di bahagian luar.
Cantik sayang di situ. Abdul Muiz cuba dan mencuba tetapi masih lagi tidak berjaya. Teknik longkang yang dilakukan sebentar tadi tidak membuahkan hasil nampaknya. Itu dia Gaskun sekali lagi mengambil wide sedikit, cuba untuk memblok di line yang di dalam. Lain bunyi dia lah. Mengambil inside line di situ. Nampak je Abdul Muiz terpaksa akur berada di belakang Gaskun sekarang. Itu dia Tengku Jan dan juga John Jet. Kini mereka sekali lagi fighting for position. Kita doakan yang terbaik untuk mereka berdua.
Ya, adakah John Jet akan melakukan John Jet special pada hairpin?
Dia break awal. Tadi dia dah accident
dah.
Dia nak buat special dia tak depan, dah accident. Tu ke depan. Tapi Tengku Jan pula lepas tu minyak habis.
Tak apa, kali ni semua dah isi minyak cukup.
Betul, kali ni semua dah isi minyak. Dia dah race 1 tadi dia orang dah belajar. Race 2 ni dia orang lebih bersedia. Orang Melayu kata prepare. Itu dia gap di antara mereka cuma 2 saat saja dan race perlumbaan malam ini tinggal 4 minit saja lagi, yang mana mungkin berbaki 3 lap paling-paling pun.
Betul. Tapi Budi nampak tak apa yang berlaku dekat race 1 tadi? Apa yang berlaku kat belakang tu sampaikan orang semua kemalangan yang begitu besar macam tu?
Itulah yang kita sebenarnya aku tak tahu apa yang berlaku kat belakang sebab kita tengok kat depan. Kita banyak tengok kat depan sebab kat depan ni kau tengok daripada awal race sampai
macam ni juga.
Macam gini kat depan. Macam mana nak tengok belakang ni?
Kojo nak bergaduh.
Kojo nak bertokak bergamuk. Tu dia. Max Palmer di belakang cuba untuk melarikan diri daripada Kamal Ali. Malam ni dia punya race tak berapa menjadi.
Betul lagi ya.
Okay, boleh relax jap.
Nampak je daripada suara tu rasanya ada seorang yang accident tu.
Ataupun mistake
Abdul Muiz Hakimi. Rasanya
DNF.
DC juga tu.
DC
tu. Kamal Ali cuba menjadi predator kepada Max Palmer.
Lagi cantik.
Side by side.
Cantik tu colour kita.
Oh wait, I missed my break. Oh no.
Yang kau pakai tu tak apa colour. Dia macam kena fit dengan team kereta tu sendiri.
Dia macam Harimau Malaya Euro.
Yes.
Euro edition. Kalau macam tim bola main dekat Euro, inilah colour dia. Euro edition.
Colour dia lah. Master set kasih kerja top 5.
Apa depan ni? Apa berlaku kat depan ni?
Lag.
Ini teruk ni, lag punya pasal ni.
Sorry, I didn't see.
No one.
Ada yang kena masuk saya kasih kerja
Dia
dalam top
lah
5.
jumping is it?
Ya.
Suddenly belakang kereta tergujan.
Ya.
Siapa depan? Aiman. Jadi
Push by.
Itu dia lap side tinggal 2 minit. Masa perlumbaan tinggal 2 minit saja lagi. Mungkin dia dapat habiskan 2 lap kot.
Maybe boleh dapat.
2 lap lah. Ya. Betul. Master Sets kejar kasih dalam top 5. Masa ses, kejar kasi dalam top 5.
Race ni
Itu Darren
Aiman
kata.
kami yang kat depan.
Aiman.
Okay. Okay.
Nama semua dekat-dekat.
betul. Dalam apa? Dalam scene kita tak nampak kan
Kita tak nampak. Ya, that's the problem. Kita tak nampak. Kalau kat luar ni kita masih lagi nampak ada nama-nama kan. Cici Wong, so we know siapa dia yang berdriving di situ.
Baik here Max.
Itu dia Javier Alvarez cuba untuk mendapatkan J1 dapat. Javier Alvarez kini berada di tempat di posisi yang ke-6. Tapi untuk masa dalam 1 minit dia mungkin terpaksa selesa dengan posisi yang ke-6.
Lama juga dia bertahan dia bagus ni.
Ya.
Ucap sabar daripada dia. Lama juga dia bertahan di hadapan.
Lama juga dia cuba untuk melarikan diri daripada kejaran-kejaran di belakang.
Ya.
Max masih berfoya-foya dengan Kamal Ali.
Nampaknya
masih lagi mencuba.
Betul. Kamal masih tidak putus asa Cuba mengambil daripada luar tetapi exit yang cantik daripada Kamal. Max terpaksa akur di situ. Nampaknya Aiman Haziq berada di lap yang terakhir sekarang. Bakal menghabiskan lap yang terakhir di posisi yang pertama. 1 saat 1.8 saat di antara dia dan juga John Jett di belakang.
Nampaknya gap antara John Jett dan Aiman semakin lama semakin rapat. Adakah dia mempunyai cukup masa untuk
Masalahnya lap ni pendek.
Ya betul.
Itu yang merisaukan.
Sangat pendek.
Sangat pendek lap ni. Ya
Tekan
Allah.
break Simon.
Nampaknya John Jett telah request tekan break sikit. Tekan break sikit. Kata je. Itu dia Aiman dan nampak di mata John Jett tetapi agak sukar untuk mengejar di situ.
Steady hand. Very good.
Itu dia Amir Haziq. Jewong cuba untuk mendapatkan Amir Haziq di hadapan.
Tapi John Jett tiba-tiba rapat maybe dia ada tekan break dekat depan tu Aiman. Untuk bagi ada foto finish.
John Jett pun wanted itu
Wanted itu. Ui, wanted itu. Wanted itu guys. 1 minit 32 saat guys.
Maybe John Jett ada rahsia-rahsia dekat X50 ni. Ada rahsia yang tak dia boleh share.
Aku rasa dia pakai minyak lain lah. Tadi Matt cakap
Ron
pakai
110.
Mungkin lah.
Ada ke?
Campur.
Ya, dan itu dia. Aiman Haziq.
Itu dia.
Sekali lagi betul? Sekali lagi Tadi race tadi dia menang ke?
Race tadi dia menang juga.
Tahniah Aiman Haziq.
Kedua-dua race.
Tengku Jan.
Kedua-dua race dia memenangi race yang pertama dan kedua. Lain. Teknik kutip sayur berjaya nampaknya. Oh my god, itu dia.
Shameless, I will take any position.
Itu dia Aiman Haziq berjaya menyelamatkan perlumbaan dengan di tempat yang pertama. Diikuti tempat kedua John Jett dan tempat ketiga Tengku Jan.
Sangat menduka cerita kan.
Nice
Tengku
race,
Jan
guys.
tidak
Very
dapat
good.
kerana ada isu lag sikit dia tadi.
Tapi biasa things happen. Tapi hari ni nampaknya macam a bit jumpy sikit.
Betul.
Kita dapat saksikan perbezaannya. Jadi mungkin kita boleh tanya kepada Aiman. Tadi kita dah interview Aiman. Kita interview Aiman sekali lagi. Hai. So Aiman, macam mana dengan perlumbaan yang kedua pula?
Lagi best lah start belakang kan. So memang kena motong-motong orang lah.
Tapi dia dapat nombor 1 juga. Kira macam teknik kutip sayur menjadi untuk race ni.
Yep, boleh confirm.
Boleh confirm lah. Jadi
Tengok begitu steady dia kutip sayur dia untuk race yang kedua ni.
Javier duduk depan tadi tiba hilang.
Betul. Dia cuba, dia dah mencuba.
Dia cuba tapi susah nak fight. Banyak sangat alien dalam ni. Well, basically semua yang korang tengok hari ni yang ada tulis list dalam nama ni semua alien guys. Laju.
Betul, memang sangat-sangat laju.
Laju, dia orang laju. Okay,
Dia
seterusnya.
duduk belakang je memanjang.
Tak, dalam ramai-ramai ni kau bayangkan semua 134. Aku bawa 138.
Ya kau.
Ni kereta John Jett. Abang John Jett ada rahsia-rahsia yang boleh share ke untuk
kita
X50?
bertanya kepada Abang John Jett pula.
Oi.
Okay, simple je. Satu setup kereta. Nombor 2 setup the steering itself, the rig. the damper setting, the sensitivity of the steering, and then the brake, how you brake. I drive without ABS because I cannot regulate the brake
Braking.
with ABS. I'll be very inconsistent, tak laju. So
That's
kena
right.
train macam tu lah. Macam all the guys diorang ada steady hand. Macam Aiman, Amir, Mika, they all have steady hands. I tak pernah berlumba dengan diorang, tapi hari ni I boleh dapat ikut
Rentak
diorang. So they have a steady hand. They can go far. Dan mungkin daripada segi setting up, it's not just the car, it's the system itself. The steering, the pedal, how they sit on their rig, you know.
Semua memainkan peranan abang
Itu macam kereta betul. Benda macam ni kena tanya Tengku Jan macam mana nak duduk dalam kereta betul-betul. If I'm not mistaken, kalau sebab dalam SIM ko, kalau dia live, memang makan asap lah cerita dia kan.
Tapi slowly dapat feel dia. Tapi memang betul lah, steering kena set up, braking kena set up kan.
Yes, how you sit on your rig tu semua penting. Macam whenever you brake, if your body is not kalau tak rapat dengan seat, whenever you brake, you beranjak ke belakang sikit, that is 0.2, 0.1 second you dah lose lah masa.
The FOV lagi kan.
Very true. Korang kena belajar dengan Tengku Jan. He is the master in the track. So with proper setup dengan ajaran yang betul, you all boleh pergi jauh.
Betul.
Actually what I realise is the FOV very important though, because that one is the sense of speed kan.
Yes, very true Teguh.
That one, if you get that one right, you are almost there lah kan. Lepas tu is muscle memory for braking, cara braking apa semua.
Betul. Macam buat kereta betul, sama je.
Betul.
Cumanya except for you don't feel the G's ke kiri ke kanan, but all the sensors, the input datang daripada steering tu je.
Betul.
Jadi yang dia punya GeForce tu kena imagine sendiri lah.
buat ada ke
your
GeForce tu.
Correct. I think setup of the steering, then you boleh rasa the GeForce.
Betul.
Oh makes sense, betul.
But it was nice driving with you guys. Very 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 talented young people. Except for Tengku Jan pun very talented yang person juga kan.
Most importantly young.
The young part is true.
The young part is even more important than the talent.
Tapi boleh pula terlanggar. Tak tahu tiba-tiba masuk dalam kereta Tengku. Tak tahu, maybe it's a glitch. Ada lag ke apa ke.
Definitely glitch.
Because I tak pernah kita sondol orang dalam racing, tapi kita sondol hari ni.
Tak, tapi tadi memang ada jam-jam sikit lah. Hari ni memang ada jam-jam sikit.
Itu dive bombing.
Race 1 pun kereta lompat-lompat.
That's why. Kita perasan tadi.
Probably.
Rasanya ISP hari ni dia tak sayang kita ISP.
Kita kena check kalau kita bayar bil ke tak.
Tapi ramai sangat ni tak bayar bil, masalah lah. Okay. Seterusnya kita akan tanya kepada kita punya Master Seth. Master Seth mana Master Seth?
Ada.
Macam mana perlumbaan tadi tu?
Apa yang berlaku?
Apa yang berlaku sebenarnya tu?
Biasanya tadi ada cakap pelanggaran tu sebab lagging kan. Jadi bila dah break tadi, dia yang belakang mesti berjalan tau. Laju. Itulah lagi sebab tu je lah.
Dia tiba-tiba lah, tiba-tiba. Ini orang kata
masing-masing nak masuk kereta.
Ini orang kata ni race incident, orang Melayu kata. Macam
race
ini.
Incident,
orang Melayu kata race incident macam ini ni.
Dia lag ni kalau dalam dunia permainan orang Jawa digital ni, lagging ni kan dia disebut sebagai alasan.
Wow, betul. Itu betul. Itu masalah tu. Itu masalah tu. Ni aku lag kau buat alasan je kerja kau lag Even though semua orang nampak lag pun kau buat alasan kau lag Ya, that makes sense. Okay, seterusnya kita tanya kepada siapa lagi yang kita ada. Ramai sebenarnya dalam ni. So kita ada Amir Haziq. Amir?
Amir dah macam tak ada.
Ada. So how was, okay, aku asyik tanya how was the race. I want to know how was the car.
Okay lah, memang best juga drive kereta ni once you get used to it.
Best juga drive korang ni apa benda korang? Aku tak faham betul lah korang ni.
Biasalah kereta-kereta yang baru dapat
Best drive
lain sikit. Apa perasaan bawa tu.
Aku drive tadi bapak payah kereta ni.
Now, because the fact of the matter is that touring car, there's a certain way of driving. It's almost like what Max says. It's almost like tiptoes or pinky out driving.
Yeah.
It's just literally like this. You literally hold the steering wheel so delicately. You have to have a deft touch to get the car around the corners. You don't plow the throttle like rear wheel drive car or something. It's just like that. You have to be so deft with the steering and throttle.
Wow.
Literally go from an open wheel car or rally car or something like that. Literally, like no joke. I'm lifting my pinkies and trying to drive with as few fingers as possible until I get the field back. But yeah, I mean, I know you've tried a couple of other TCR cars. Where does this car stack up in terms of that sort of feeling?
I would say it's a bit close to if I can plug in a bit of from Race Room, because they are pretty much the guys that have the license for TCR. Feels like the Alfa Giulietta actually. It kind of feels like that because it's a bit on the nose. You're gonna have to use a lot of brakes to just turn the car in. That's how it feels like to drive the Giulietta. It kind of applies here, so I'm impressed that it has the same thing, but I'm surprised that it doesn't have the same feeling as the Geely or the Lynk & Co, as what they call it in TCR. It doesn't have that kind of same vibe that this car has, which is also because you guys said something about the mod being from a Geely anyway. So feels like the Alpha, body of a Lynk & Co, so I guess it's best of both worlds.
Yeah, pretty much. It's sort of a bit of a melange of different parts of cars and anything like that. Any favorite part about the car? Because I mean, I still can't get over the blue flame anti-lag myself.
Yeah, the backfire. I think they call it backfire, right? Where they blow back the hot exhaust gases. That's a nice touch, actually, especially if you're fighting behind somebody. But what I like about the car is just basically when you shift the front, when you go up through the gears, you shift it. The car just kind of turns. It kind of has that kind of torque steer, but because the gears are affecting it, so I kind of like that particular bit. It saves you sometimes. If you go a bit too fast, you commit to a corner, you can use one gear up to save the car. So I like that kind of small feature, but lots to learn about this car for sure. We're only just scratching the surface, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those cars that's going to take a long time to learn and to get setups working and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us.
Cheers. Awesome race, guys. This was like some way to de-stress from like a long day at work, for example.
I think we need to do far more of these.
I do agree with that. Okay, so kita ada tadi kita banyak dengar Kamal Ali. Kamal Ali unfortunate hari ni dia accident banyak kali lagi ni
Tewas dia.
Tewas Kamal Ali tewas.
Kamal pun problem connection ke?
Kamal?
Tak. Tak ada problem connection. Rasanya mungkin server side kot, tak tahulah macam mana. Tapi itulah
lag juga
bersedihlah kita kat belakang.
Tapi awal-awal tadi dah laju lah tu.
Mana laju? Kita kat belakang macam mana laju? Apa lagi?
Race kedua tu aku risau sampai nak panggil mak. Kena cuba pegang Kamal ke belakang.
Mana?
Laju juga tu.
Mana lajunya?
Tapi gaya untuk Kamal macam mana pula untuk race untuk kereta ni pada Kamal?
Macam mana?
Macam mana rasa kereta ni pula?
Ada feedback ke untuk kereta ni?
Bukan force feedback tau.
Kita macam mana? Kita bukan tahu apa sangat pun asal kereta. Kita kan but from the joke aside, the car feels like a front wheel drive car. Kau tekan, kau straight. Kau tak tekan, kau dia belakang pula buang.
Make sense.
It's a challenge. But it's what race drivers do kan. We take the challenge and try to push through.
Kau rasa kalau event sebab kita ada event untuk kereta ni kan, the whole for race for this car. So kau apa yang kau expect daripada event tu?
A lot of touching because menggunakan kereta touring car kan. So kita mungkin banyak touching. So Mungkin a lot of
Love kisah.
love kiss. Oh,
Yeah.
itu penting. Yeah. A lot of, yeah. It's a lot of words, but because not gonna lie, it's gonna be very exciting when we're gonna race later.
Betul, sebab dia touringcar.
Mm-mm.
Kalau tanya kita memang touringcar, memang kita tahu dia punya race punya rupa macam mana kan.
Betul.
Itulah kan.
Memang
Okay.
certain level of skill lah kita perlukan
Betul.
untuk mengendali TCRD dengan pantas dan race.
Ya, betul Omar. So, terima kasih Kamal. So, kita akan tanya kepada Tengku Jan pula.
Hello.
So bang, macam mana pendapat abang tentang kereta ni pula bang?
Kereta ni best lah, tapi tak jumpa setup lagi kan. Kita baru saja drive tadi. Tapi best lah, best. Memang best.
Best Weh, apa semua orang cakap best lah tu. Saya pening kepala bang.
Okay, race
Jadi sebab kamu test pakai monitor, kau kena pakai VR kot baru dapat.
Yes.
Oh ya, make sense.
Macam diorang ada cakap tadi pasal depth, sense of speed. Yes. Kalau kita dah biasa pakai VR
Feels
kat
like a
monitor.
race car lah. So it's nice to drive and then you can drive close with your competitors. So I think that's why we say it's nice to drive.
I do agree with that bang. Well, with this car, nampak gaya daripada awal race tadi, memang everybody close.
Yeah.
Like tak ada gap pun, masing-masing memang rapat je semua. Even though ada accident pun masih lagi rapat. So mungkin ada feedback daripada abang yang berkenaan dengan kereta ni.
Tak, I think it should be nice for the competition which you all doing. Is it open setup or fixed setup for
open
this
setup.
event?
Open setup.
Open yeah. So I think a lot of people would have to spend a lot of time lah to set up the car for the competition. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It'll be a close race for sure.
So untuk event ni abang join tak?
InsyaAllah saya akan buat registration lah.
Alhamdulillah.
Nice.
Man like Tengku Jan.
Ya, masing-masing.
Thank you. We race anything and everything kan.
Yes, betul.
Any excuse to go racing.
Any excuse to go racing. Okay, so siapa lagi tengok siapa lagi?
Let me give you a tip. You guys, I play around a lot with the brake bias when I'm turning. Every single corner I change my brake bias to get faster. Sometimes you need to throw the rear a bit just to turn faster. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
because when you put the power down, it starts to understeer. So if you
that's how I do it.
Faster, yeah.
But to train yourself playing with the button, alamak.
Bang, button turun naik gear pun saya dah pening bang. Ini kan nak brake bias. Alah.
Well, dalam F1 dia orang boleh buat.
Sebab tu dia orang jadi driver F1, saya jadi komentator bang.
That's how you make fast time. Except for macam Tengku Jan cakap lah, you have to spend time cari setup kereta tu, just the right balance.
Betul. Anyway, okay, terima kasih Tengku Jan, terima kasih Abang Rozes.
Untuk yang terakhir kita try panggil Gaskun.
Kita ada Gaskun.
Hello Gaskun.
Oi,
Gaskun. Ni nama yang kita excited nak tengok dalam
itulah
series akan datang ni.
Itu kita nak tengok juga dia ni. So macam mana pula pendapat Gaskun tentang perlumbaan pada malam ni?
Oh, tak boleh corner.
Tak
boleh corner.
Dia bagi simple. Dia bagi simple je. Simple. Paling simple dia bagi.
Respectable, have a nice day. Understandable.
Orang lain semua bagi satu paragraph, dia bagi satu ayat. Tak boleh corner. But that was true. Okay, masa saya hari ni first time enggak saya drive kereta ni. Memang tak boleh corner. Lepas tu Omar, brake belakang sikit boleh, brake awal. Susahnya nak brake kereta ni, ya Allah. Kita faham.
Kena cari setup tu.
Betul. So Gaskun punya Gaskun dah register lah untuk event kali ni.
Weh dah 5 minit dah register.
Ui, laju.
Tak selaju. Tapi tak selaju
Mika.
Mika Kimi.
Mika nombor 1
P1. He was the first person to register.
Dia first register. Oh my god, Mika was faster on that. Tak ada Mika malam ni dia sedikit kecewa. Mungkin dia insiden banyak sangat tadi tu.
Ada isu sikit.
Mungkin lagging pun mungkin juga. Sebab ramai orang yang melompat-lompat hari ni nampak gaya. Even dalam kita punya tu pun ada isu lompat-lompat. So Gaskun punya Gaskun tak pernah try lagi kereta ni kan?
Dah try dah.
Oh dah try dah. Dah register, dah qualifying So
qualifiers pun dah buat dah.
Oh macam mana dengan sesi qualifying tu?
Oh, macam biasa tak boleh corner.
Betul lah, dia bagi jawapan senang
Memang aku fikir nak
Tapi dalam dia tak boleh corner, duduk atas juga.
Itulah tu.
Boleh tahan juga.
Itulah itu yang kita pelik. Tu tak boleh corner tapi timing okey
So Gaskun kena cari masa sikit untuk mendapatkan setup
Aku rasa
baseline
lepas ni dia pergi ni lah, dia pergi race dengan AI lah. Nak cari line yang boleh corner.
Tak kot. AI dalam Messi ni tak betul lah.
Ponin lah.
Bukan poning, dia main langgar orang kau Joel. Dia mana peduli kata kau.
Okay.
Betul.
Drive kereta ni penat lah. Itu yang lepas first race nak kejar siapa tadi, Ami Aziz kan. Lepas so second race dah decide lah, duduk belakang je lah santai makan kacang.
Makan kacang. Tapi gayanya okey sebab kereta ni penat. Mungkin lepas ni kau besok ataupun lusa kau kena standby pergi gym dulu siap-siap sebelum race. Ini 20 minit tu. Race nanti 40 minit babe.
Race nanti 40 minit.
Ya, boleh cakap.
40 minit babe. Memang kena pergi gym awal lah bagi ada stamina sikit lah.
Itulah.
Ini kalau aku
belajar dengan Tengku Jan macam mana nak dapat stamina.
Bang, ini kalau saya race bang, keluar besar Gaskun ni tinggal bang.
Ada kutuk kita sekali.
2 dalam 1. Aduh. Okay guys, terima kasih Gaskun. Terima kasih juga kepada semua yang join kita pada malam ni.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah kita.
Ya, so masih ada masa untuk semua memperbaiki time. Siapa yang belum join,
kita ada masa lagi
membuat
1,
time
2,
baru.
3, 4, 5 hari lagi.
5 hari lagi. Ya, so masih boleh mencari setup. So ini dekat skrin ni yang kita tengok ni, adakah ini timing?
Ini live server. Live timing. Ramai juga kat dalam. Ada 14 orang kat dalam ni. Kita ada Wiki, kita ada Asidik, kita ada 90, Nicholas Tan, SM Fauzi, Jasper Wong, Jensen Chu, Danis Asnita, Jasi Junus. JJ pun join.
Ni timing yang
Kamal Ali tahu-tahu dah dekat dalam.
Marah nak praktis terus.
Kantoi.
On the way. Dia tahu qualifying session lepas race kan, dia just parking kereta dulu.
Tak.
Jom pit lane.
Yalah nak lepaskan geram.
Aku tengok yang store time tu. Yang first RIBR.
Tu siapa tu?
Abang Rozel.
Senang.
Aku pecah lubang kenapa?
Senang bagi tahu je.
Dia dah penat-penat tukar nama.
Yang nombor 2 Muazzam Zairi.
Yang penat tu.
Kata tak boleh corner. Menipu.
Yang Encik Muazzam Zairi ni mana lah, siapa dia?
Tak boleh
Tak boleh
corner.
corner lah timing macam tu. Kalau boleh corner
Lagi laju lah.
1:30.
Okay. Kita dah ada contender. Untuk ni
Oh my god.
Tapi betul, angan-angan kena ada.
Betul.
Kita dah nampak nama Master Chef masih agak tinggi Memang semakin lama semakin perform
Dia dalam diam-diam orang tua ni. Betul lah. 135 ni timing laju juga. Aku pun tak dapat. Aku tadi 138. Kalau aku ni tak duduk.
Saing lah. Kita bawah-bawah sikit lah.
Aku kira kalau aku duduk El Nico ni, gaya-gayanya aku ni jauh juga.
Aku penat-penat dah masuk 135.
Itu max sampai berpeluh. Dalam aircon max berpeluh nak dapat 135 je pasal.
Tapi tu ada sebab yang lagi munasabah. Aku memang allergic to understeer. Allergic to front wheel drive.
Max allergic front wheel drive. That's why. Tak boleh.
Teknik tak cukup. Kena belajar lagi.
Okay, so guys, kepada yang menonton, ini adalah series yang dibawakan khas untuk anda oleh EXN, The Lubricant Expert. Yang mana ini adalah X50 series yang kita akan berlumba sebuah Gentera X50, X50 Proton tau. Yang telah pun diubah suai mengikut spesifikasi TCR ataupun touring car. Untuk perlumbaan kali ni, kita akan kita punya registration telah pun dibuka dan akan ditutup pada hari Ahad depan, yang mana pada pukul 12.30 malam kita akan tutup. Dan grand prize untuk kali ini adalah Sepang, actually bukan Sepang Track Day Experience lah. It is actually Sepang test car, macam mana?
Test session.
Test session.
Test session in a Neves 7 car from the Asian Classic Car Challenge, run by the Interformula Racing Team. It will be a full house test session, complete with debrief, reports, driver feedback, and at the end of the day, they'll be able to take home a little report that we will write to, which we normally write to all our drivers, describing their performance. So this will be a very special opportunity to have a little bit of taste of that sort of more professional side of motorsports once you get into circuit racing.
Well, this might be dia punya, orang kata, bantu loncatan lah. Orang, orang putih kata kickstart. Orang Melayu kata batu loncatan. Wow.
Siapa yang tak pernah merasai itu. So inilah grand prize yang ada. So terima kasih dekat main sponsor kita, EXN Lubricant,
dan juga co-sponsor kita, Works Engineering. Tak lupa juga event ini diorganize oleh Energy Impact dan juga Vertex Esports bersama dengan media partner Galeri Kereta dan juga Drive Safe and Fast. Okey, jadi itu sahaja kita untuk malam ni. Kita akan wrap perlumbaan kita pada malam ini dan kita akan jumpa lagi rasanya minggu Ahad. Ahad
untuk mengakhiri qualifying dan tengok siapa yang yang berjaya untuk
siapa nama-nama yang berada di atas lah.
Siapa yang paling boleh pusing nanti?
Paling boleh pusing sebab tak boleh break Yang paling boleh break dia akan duduk atas lah. Okey. Jadi itu saja pada saya guys. Saya Muhammad Budial Fahmi dan kita ada Omar Aziz, Max Palmer, dan juga kita punya director kita, producer kita Khairul Alang, dan juga kita punya race director ini Mr. Alif. Okay, itu saja malam ini. Good night and bye.
Bye.